Okay, the Liverpool match has just finished against Norwich and a 4-1 win to Liverpool in the first game of the season at Anfield. Terrific win, good game, convincing winners in the end. We'll do a full match analysis, we'll talk you through the goals, have a look at some stats, team stats, and then we'll move on to player ratings. And again, I'll put you some stats up to show how defenders, midfield, attackers compared against each other to give a full analysis of the game. Now, if you want to keep up to date with videos like this on Liverpool and also other top Premier League teams, you want to keep an eye on what they're up to as well. We also do videos on transfer news, player analysis, full player profiles, and just general news on the clubs. Then click the subscribe button below and click the bell notification, and you'll be kept up to date with all the videos that come out. Now the game, 4-1 in the end it finished. All the damage was done in the first half, and I'll just put you the stats up on screen now for the first half. So although it was 4-0 and the game was over, Norwich did have their moments in the first half. I think it really, the difference in class and quality showed. As you can see, Norwich had more shots than Liverpool, but only 2 on target. Their pass success was a little bit lower than Liverpool's, and their possession was lower. Liverpool, you can see, had 5 shots on target. 5 shots, 4 on target. Out of those 4 on target, they scored 3 and 1 was an own goal. So just talk you through lots of chances in the first half, and Liverpool did look bright. Not perfect defensively, still a little bit rusty, but you know, overall not a bad performance for the first game. So the first goal came on 6 minutes. Liverpool 1-0. Origi crossed in from the left, a very sort of innocuous type of ball in. The central defender went to clear it with his right foot, under no pressure really, and sliced it into his own net. That was Hanley for Norwich. Very unfortunate. First game back into the Premiership, and you conceded an own goal on 6, and you did fear for them a little bit at that point. But like I say, Norwich had the chances. They got in behind Liverpool, you know, on more than one occasion, and really they just didn't look to have that class to finish the chances that they did get. And you could never, although they were getting in behind the back 4 on occasions, you could never see them winning the game. Second goal came on 18, 2-0 to Liverpool. Mo Salah, didn't take long for him, did it? 18 minutes to open his thing. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right. He put the ball in. He sort of bobbled about a bit between a couple of players in the box. Firmino got hold of it, fed the ball into Salah down the right-hand side of the penalty area. He opened his body up, and you could see what he was trying to do, and he bent it into the far corner past the goalkeeper, and just a real class, superb finish. Mo Salah looked absolutely outstanding in the first half. He was really busy, creating havoc really for the defenders. Like I said, Norwich still tried. Got to about 25 minutes, and I think by that point we'd seen the best of Norwich really in the first half, and Liverpool were you know, the 2-0 up and sort of winding the pressure up a little bit. Third goal came 27 minutes, a corner. Van Dyck, the Norwich defender, sort of tried to push him off the ball, and Van Dyck just stood still and headed the ball in. Nice easy goal for Van Dyck, and he was just too powerful for them really. Too strong, too solid, too powerful, and a good goal. 3-0 to Liverpool. Then on 41 minutes, the fourth goal, a long diagonal ball into the box by Trent Alexander-Arnold again. Origi came in from the left. By the time he met the ball, he was probably central on goal, about 7 yards out. Headed it in from close range, and a nice goal for Origi. It was good to see him get that. So the first half finished 4-0, and I think you could basically say Norwich looked a little bit lightweight. They had their moments, but you could never really see them causing too much damage. The second half started brightly for Liverpool, and they had numerous chances in the first 5-10 minutes, and you really did fear for Norwich. Several chances, but then on 64 minutes, Norwich got their goal. 4-1 the score then. A beautiful ball was fed in, slotted in behind the defenders. I think it was Pukki. Nice finish, slotted it away nicely. You couldn't blame the keeper. By that point, Adrian had come on. Alisson was injured in the first half. And 4-1 to Norwich. And it was, it was pleasing to see them get a goal, because the last thing you wanted to see was them go away 7-8 nil at Anfield, although I'm sure lots of Liverpool supporters would have been happy with that. The game progressed and you couldn't really see Norwich getting much else out of the game. Lots of chances for Liverpool, although the second half probably just went off the boil a little bit. Their accuracy on the chances probably wasn't there. I thought Max Aarons deserves a mention for Norwich, the young right back. I thought he did really, really well. So to put it sort of into a nutshell, very impressive first half by Liverpool. Defensively, a little bit rusty, but going forward, excellent, caused havoc. Second half, they controlled it fine. Couldn't really see Norwich coming back into it, but the second half wasn't just as dominant as the first. I'll put up some stats now for the second half or for the whole match on screen, and you can see lots of chances for Liverpool. 15, only 7 on target, so a little bit of accuracy going adrift, and all the way down really dominant over Norwich. The pass success was better than Norwich's, 81 to 76%. More aerial success, 68% to Norwich, 32. A little bit bitier in the tackle, 11 to 9. Possession, really impressive for Liverpool, with 58% as opposed to Norwich's 42%. And that possession grew right through the game. So that's the sort of highlights of the game. We'll move on to player ratings, and we'll start with Alisson. He only played 37 minutes, got injured. He was kicking the ball out, slipped and looked to have jarred. I don't know whether it was his knee or his right calf, and he's gone off. I've given him a 6. He was a bit sloppy, gave the ball away early on, but apart from that, he had a couple of good saves. Not a lot really to judge him on, but I'll give him a 6. Trent Alexander-Arnold, sort of mixed feelings on him. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He was very good going forward. He got the assist for Origi, but out of position a few too many times for my liking defending. And we'll talk about his relationship with Gomez on the field in a minute, but he gave the ball away too much as well. His passing wasn't just up to standard. So he improved on the Charity Shield game, I thought, because I thought he got forward more, but he still needs to work on his defensive. And that'll come. It's the first game of the season. So 6 for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Andy Robertson, I'll give him a 7. I thought he was superb. He had a really, really good game. He got forward lots. I thought his defensive work was okay. He did what he had to do, and he did it well. He looked sharp. He really is probably one of the best left backs in the country, I think. So I'm going to give Andy Robertson a 7. Joe Gomez next. I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he did okay. I thought he improved as the game went on. His positioning again, him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, I just feel they need to communicate a little bit more. They're both, Gomez plays on the right next to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that looks where, if I was an opposing manager, that's where I would be looking to play on Liverpool at the moment. So he did okay, but just a bit of work on his positioning still. Again, Matip, I think he'll feel unfortunate not to get a run out again. So a 6 for Joe Gomez. Virgil Van Dyck, I'm going to give him a 7. Again, he got the goal. Great goal with his header from the corner. He defended well. He looked pretty commanding. He was busy. He was in the right place at the right time. Didn't really put a foot wrong, so I'll put him a 7. So I'll just put the stats up on screen now for the defenders, and then you can see some of the stats. As you can see, Trent Alexander-Arnold on pass accuracy just gave the ball away a bit too much, way below the others. Joe Gomez as well, a little bit lighter than where you'd like him. Central defender should be a little bit high 80s really for pass accuracy. And you can see Virgil Van Dyck was the busiest of the defenders. 5 interceptions, 2 tackles, 3 clearances. And Andy Robertson, very good distribution with the ball, 91% there. So I must say that Trent Alexander-Arnold was vastly improved on the Charity Shield going forward. So that's the defenders. On to the midfield, same lineup as the community Shield. Henderson, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he had a good solid performance. He was pressing, he was working hard, he made himself available for the ball. Overall, I thought he had a good game, snapping at the Norwich ankles. He looks up for it. So good, solid performance, 7 for Henderson. Fabinho, going to give him a 6. I thought he did okay. He got stuck in on the tackles and he had a steady game. Nothing startling, but a good steady game. And Wijnaldum, going to give him a 6. He had a good, tidy performance. I thought he did really well, better in the first half, a little bit quieter in the second, just went missing a little bit, I thought, at times in the second half. And I would just put up on screen now the stats for the midfielders. As you can see there, Fabinho probably the worst on his passing. Wijnaldum very tidy in 92%. Henderson a good game across, very busy, a lot of touches there. He really got involved in the game. You can see Fabinho got stuck in on the tackles, 7 tackles there. Wijnaldum a bit light on the touches, tackles, shots. Although he had a very, very tidy game and you can't fault it, probably could just do with being a little bit busier for Wijnaldum. On to the attackers now. Start off with Divock Origi, substituted on 73. I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he had a good game. I thought, I think he's a very good player. I just don't think he's particularly suited for a wide left position. He got the goal. He got the assist on the own goal. I don't know whether you can class that as an assist, but he was the one crossing the ball in. His distribution isn't always good enough. I think he doesn't always make the right decisions on his distribution out left. And there's at times where you think, is he going to go past that right back? And there's times where you thought he could have, and he didn't. But saying that, I probably feel like I'm picking on him a bit because he had a good game. I thought a good solid performance, got the goal, created the cross for the own goal as well. But I don't see him really as that first choice out on the wide left. So a 7 for Origi. Roberto Firmino, a really good game again there. I'm going to give him an 8. He linked up well with Salah, looked sort of dangerous throughout the game. Didn't quite fall for him on his chances, on his shots. He just sort of couldn't get a ball out from his feet at close range, and his shots just weren't quite falling. But he was in the right place at the right time, causing havoc again, linking up well with Salah. He's going to be a danger this season as well. He had a quieter second half, and I think he tired as it went on. He got subbed on 84, and he looked absolutely knackered when he went off, to be honest. But a good performance. Mo Salah, I'm going to give him an 8, possibly 8.5, but he got assist, a goal. He's a real handful, particularly in that first half. He's going to be a handful for any defence again this year. He mixed his shooting and his passing well. He was accused a little bit in the last game of probably shooting the ball too much and not playing other people in. And I thought he mixed it up quite well with his shooting and trying to assist and play people in. So overall, good solid performance. Getting a little bit quieter in the second half, but overall 8.5 for Salah. And then on to the subs. Obviously, Adrian came on 37 minutes. Probably couldn't believe his luck getting on. And I'm going to give him a 6. He didn't have a lot to do, to be fair. A couple of saves. There was the goal, but I don't think you can blame him. It was just a really good finish by the Norwich forward. Sadio Mane, we'll talk about him. He came on 73 minutes. Not a lot to judge him on, 17 minutes, but I'll give him a 6. He did look sharp, he looked pacey, he didn't look like he'd been away, but only 16 minutes, so not a lot to judge him on. And then final one is James Milner, subbed on 84 for Firmino, only on for 6-7 minutes. Again, hard to judge, didn't really do a lot, to be honest, so that's the game. So overall, really good first match. I'll just put you up the stats for the forwards. I didn't put those up, so I'll put those up. You can see there, Divock Origi, his distribution wasn't good. Pass accuracy down at 61%, so that needs to improve. Touches again, he doesn't look for the ball enough like Mo Salah and Firmino to me. He just seems to hang out on that left-hand side, and if you aren't careful, at times the game can pass him by. And you can see Roberto Firmino, lots of shots, only one on target, didn't quite fall for him. Salah didn't shoot as much this game, one on target, got the goal, got the assist. So, you know, overall, a very good performance, I think, from Liverpool. Still things to work on, but we've got to remember it's the first proper game of the season. Norwich, you feel they're going to struggle at times this year, but, you know, they had their chances in the first half. And, you know, I'm sure they'll pick up some points along the way. Will it be enough to see them retaining the Premier League for next season? It's too early to tell, but I think they probably just need to perhaps tighten up a little bit. They certainly didn't go out to park the bus in front of the goal for Liverpool. They went out to play football, play an open game, but that might well go against them, against some of the better teams. So good first win, 4-1 to Liverpool. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see further videos. And thanks very much again for watching.